We make sure people understand that we don't try and just have you think positive thoughts about yourself all the time. Sometimes there are thoughts that we have that are very difficult to accept, and they are true, but they might not necessarily be helpful for us to dwell on that thought. And so for a child who may have a learning disability, who could be struggling in school and realizing I can't keep up with my peers, I can't, read as fast as them. So in that case, you're not just going to say, what are you talking about? You're such a good reader. You might have to help the child realize, I do work at a slower pace. But then they don't stop there with the thought. It's this is hard, this is challenging, and I don't like feeling left behind compared to my peers, but I can handle it, I can try and do my best, and I don't have to feel like a failure because of that.
That's amazing. And interesting enough, my wife actually went through that too, and she went to the same school as you did, Loma Linda, and even in college she had to get given admission to have longer time because of a learning difficulty that she had. And it's clinical, right?
Yeah.
And then, but once she was given that, she aced her class.
Wow.
And so a redefinition for her, when she obviously, as you could imagine, felt always like she was behind, she was last, she was somebody that was like, you're continually a disappointment, because the lecturer thought she was a total disappointment. And thought that she was slacking off, and that's the opposite of who my wife is. And so understanding the uniqueness in that certain challenge, like her, I'm really fast, she's really slow, she's really thorough, I'm not, right? Do you see that, right? So she has a uniqueness in that, which is beautiful. And so I think that redefining, seeing the strength in the weakness, would that be a concept that would be congruent?
Yeah, and we have to be careful to not just think thoughts or feed thoughts to people that will inflate their pride or inflate their self-esteem. Self-esteem is thinking highly of oneself. We're constantly trying to help people understand that instead of focusing on self-esteem, we want to focus on self-worth. And that is recognizing the value that I have, the innate value. And of course, your spiritual belief system is going to tie into that, if that fits for you. But the fact that God fearfully and wonderfully made you, and you have this worth within you, but you also esteem that in other people. And that's a crucial piece. I think a lot of the distortions that people struggle with, then they also can also find that they struggle with certain core beliefs too, which Dr. Ellis, who's another founding father of CBT, has talked about the 11 common misbeliefs as well, and that those core beliefs, those deep-seated, rigid, foundational beliefs that we have about ourselves that we may struggle with, then drives our distortions and gives us these automatic thoughts that then impact how we feel and how we behave in society.